Yazidi fighters reportedly kidnapped and executed 52 civilians from 2 Iraqi tribes back in June this year. The Yazidis are an ethno-religious group in the country which abide by their own moral code. Now, the revelations have emerged in a new report by Human Rights Watch. Witnesses claim the Yazidi forces killed men, women and children fleeing the fighting between ISIL and government-backed forces. The victims were from tribes that had reportedly sheltered and helped ISIL militants. And we talked to Human Rights Watch activist Balkis Vili.
There are 2 tribes. These are Sunni Arab tribes, one called Imtewit, the other Jahesh. These are famous tribes from the area of Sinjar, the historical homeland of the Yazidis. According to the Yazidis, these 2 specific tribes were complicit with ISIS. And the day that ISIS arrived in the area, these tribes helped ISIS to round up Yazidis, turn women into sex slaves, and to massacre other members of the Yazidi community. Since then, I've spent much time with Yazidi elders who told me they had drawn up lists of individuals and of tribes and would target them and kill them if they had the chance. I've heard of incidents where what is now a group of Yazidi fighters, a Yazidi militia empowered on the payroll of the Baghdad government, that has targeted members of these 2 tribes. But what we understand is that they're targeting anyone from these tribes, women, children, men, not because they were specifically involved in ISIS abuses and abuses against the Yazidis, but just because they carry the name of this tribe.
According to top Iraqi officials, in 2014 alone, almost 7,000 Yazidi people were kidnapped by ISIL. As far as we understand, there are 3,000 still missing.
The men would offer us as gifts. In the evenings, they would get together and trade the women and have their fun with us.
It was indescribable for me. Life turned into endless suffering, tears, and hunger. I couldn't do anything but cry.
As ISIL loses ground in Iraq, Balkis Vili again says the unlawful killings and torture of tribe members by Yazidi forces are yet another dark chapter for the war-torn country.
If the aim in these battles against ISIS has been to end a horrific cycle of violence and era of violence in Iraq, allowing groups of armed actors to target tribes, to target women, children, men who may have had nothing to do with the crimes of ISIS, with complete impunity, allowing them to torture and execute with impunity, really will spell disaster for the next steps in Iraq and any hopes of reconciliation for communities.